Holy hell, this worship music is intense. How we doing, everybody? Welcome. Meditation music. This is actually copyright-free, instrumental, 3-hour soaking worship Bethlehem music harmony. Turns out. We got copyright strike for using the Gregorian chants. Who knew the Gregorians had any sense of copyright? I didn't, personally. But we're here. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Fox. Hello, that one kid. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Bob. Bobo. I'm doing fine. Hello, Father. You spelled that wrong. I'm better than you. Bold call. Been practicing my rapid hammer curls for you, Father. The hell are you talking about? Just working out? I'm down for that. I like the chants. Yeah, well. Problem with those chants, too, there was a lot of dead air because they would take breaths. So they'd all be doing that. I'm new, but I watch your IG religiously. IG? Really? Interesting. Most people from TikTok. Good to have an IG person here. Fan Kick, how we doing? We got the day ones here. Love it. Search up hammer curls. I don't think I will. After the stream, I may. We're just giving people letting people get in here. We give 5 minutes for that, and then once we do that, we'll get into the calls. Father, did you see Sonic 2? And if so, what's your opinion on it? I did not see Sonic 2. Last time I went to the movie theater was for the French Dispatch by Wes Anderson. I'm not a big movie cat. I watch YouTube. But I love anything Wes Anderson does. Don't watch the Marvel movies. Don't even ask. Don't watch Star Wars. Don't even ask. I'll watch a bad movie. I fuck with bad movies. You guys should watch Love on a Leash if you haven't. It's a life-changing game. Full movies on YouTube if you want to check it out. Father, I'm dating like the best girl ever, and it's because I listened to your advice. Thank you, Father. No problem, God. Jesus. Did you see my brownies? Yes, I did see the brownies. I was worried they weren't brownies, though, so I didn't want to say anything. But they look delicious. The upside-down chocolate chips. Thanks again for helping me get a girlfriend. No problem, pimp. Keep it up. It's crazy. My advice does anything for people. You look like a YouTube guy. What the fuck's that supposed to mean? Hello, Father. This is my first stream. Welcome, Mean Bun and Dreamer. 2 first-time chatters. Father, how do you find love? Big question. It's different for everybody. That's an intense line of questioning. Father, the church looks beautiful. Great pick work. Hey, no problem. All these empty chairs waiting for me. I've missed 2 streams. Yes or no, ask her out. Yes, unless she already told you no or you're creepy. And I don't mean like physically. I mean like if you've done some creep shit. All right, let's get into it. FedEx guy here. If you remember me, I do. Switch my job and doing great. You listen to me. Oh, you switched jobs though. No, I told you to relocate. But still, good job, bud. Get the hell out of there. I'm harmonizing. Father, I need some advice about my current boyfriend. He's been acting different or weird, and I just need some help making a decision. Well, give me a call. Maybe you'll get in. Hi, Father. I've gotten with a girl I've been crushing on for a year now, and we have a mutual love of DownBad stories, so you have helped us bond. I love that. That's always my favorite. Doesn't matter what kind of content I'm making. Like, I do a bunch of different things on the internet, but when people say they watch me together, or their parents, those are my 2 favorite compliments I can get. Like, me and my girlfriend watch your videos, or my parents love you. I don't know why it gets me. Why would you hang up? I was going to answer that. Father, how do the calls work? It just told me to leave a message. At the beginning, it's a little dicey. Just because it's everyone's calling at once.
Madison?
Madison?
Oh, shoot. Hi.
Hi, what can I do for you?
So wait, sorry, I'm trying to turn off my tablet, but it like won't shut up.
No problem. Is it an iPad?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
No, iPad, no. It's like off-brand, I don't know. It's cheap.
Amazon Fire Pad. All right, what can I get for you?
Hi. So like, I'm like off. Why is it still going? Oh my god.
I can't even hear it. You're fine. I can't even hear it.
Okay, I threw it on the floor away from me.
Smart.
Okay. So basically, like, I'm out of this relationship now, so it's like, whatever. So
But you're still talking about it.
Basically, I'm on like this I was on Tinder for a while, and then like eventually I found a dude and whatever. We're in a relationship, whatever. But I just got a new job, and I see this Tinder dude from there, and like it's like weird because I kind of broke his heart.
The guy on Tinder?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
And now I'm working with him. So like, well, sorry, I'm like all anxious. Like, okay, so we went on one date and stuff happened, and like I didn't want anything more than that, and he did, and he cried over it.
Oh boy.
And I felt so bad, and I was like, okay, whatever, we're over this, we're done, we're not talking anymore.
But he works at the same place you work at?
Yeah, I just like started this job. You know, I went there because my friend works there, and I go in. I'm like, oh, he's serious.
Well, understand the situation is way worse for him than it is for you. That sucks. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Plus, that's why I try not to be an old man. I just don't like Tinder had its heyday, like 2016 to 2019. I would say is when Tinder was popping off. Now it's just doesn't work. Like everyone goes in there with different plans. Like you wanted a relationship, you didn't. Some people think it's a hookup app. Some people think it's a dating app. Like it gets messy there. So I think we've learned from a couple mistakes. But you just gotta. I mean, you're just gonna have to suck it up or get a new job. But that's a nightmare.
Yeah, like I need money, so I'm
yeah.
just suck it up.
What kind of job is it?
It's fast food. It's just hot dogs.
Oh, okay. What place is it? Is it like a chain or is it?
Yeah, it's Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, Wiener Schnitzel. Okay, I was gonna say what kind of fast food place sells hot dogs? I don't think there's any Wiener Schnitzels anywhere I've ever lived, but I've heard of them before. Well, enjoy selling hot dogs next to a boy you broke his heart.
Yeah.
All right, good luck with that. Bless your heart.
Thank you, Father. Bless your heart.
Bye. Parker with the regular sub. Thank you so much. And we had a 3-month. I can't say your name, dude. Every time you sub, I can't say your name. KTOKETSU. I believe the end is pronounced Zoo, right? But thank you. You gave me your Prime sub 3 months in a row. You have a choice when picking your Prime sub, and we're happy you chose me.
Call from
Alba.
to accept.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Alba.
That's a cool name.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How's it going?
It's going good. What can I do for you?
Well, I've been dating this guy for I want to say 6 months now. And things were going well at first. Like, we connected super well. And he's a Marine right now, and he got deployed a few months ago, which I really didn't care. Didn't faze me at all. I was there to support him. But lately, he has been lacking any type of effort. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. He's been lacking any type of effort, at all to, talk to me or, just be flirty and, a normal relationship. And I just don't know what to do. All my friends are telling me to, break up with him. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm, rushing a decision to, do that at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, so have you brought it up to him at all?
Yes, a lot. And he kind of just nudges it off, saying, once he comes back to the States, things will change and that we'll, go back to normal. But I don't feel like that's the case. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, once feelings fade, they fade pretty hard. But how long is he out for?
Exactly. He's out for another year.
Ooh, okay. Well, then you definitely... But don't just break up with him. I mean, try and patch this up. Because, I don't have many friends in the military. I have friends who have friends in the military. And it's just one of those things. One, he's a Marine. There's a lot of shit going on. You get
right. That's what I totally understand about that.
Yeah.
But, it was just weird. Because, it just dropped. Any kind of emotional, little, connection we had, it just dropped out of nowhere. And, there's been no passion at all either. So it's just, I understand, his situation and everything. It was just, at the same time, I'm just damn, what else can I do? Besides try?
Right,
that's
exactly.
it.
So, yeah, there's an amount of time where the ball's in your court. There's an amount of time where the ball's in his court. Right now, we're getting to the point where you're just going to throw him the ball and be all right, shoot, motherfucker. I don't have time for this. So, you got to, when you give him the ball, let him know he has the ball. Don't let him just sit
Right.
there on the bench. So like,
So trying to give him an ultimatum, I guess. Not really.
I
but
don't
like,
I don't like using that term, and in this
yeah, I
situation,
don't like it either, honestly.
because
so,
it's not like get your shit together or we're
it
breaking
feels
up.
very like
Yeah,
forced.
like
I don't want to force nothing. I want him to like be happy. I don't want to make him suffer type shit.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, sorry for my profanity, but it's just I don't want to make things like stagnant in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Right. But you have let your feelings be known, bring it up and say, "Hey,
Right.
listen, I'm not happy right now." That usually I've told girls to say it when girls come up to me, like they're texting their guys and they're like, "I don't know what to say." Saying I'm not happy is terrifying to a man. Cuz
Really?
yes, cuz
I feel
there's that classic, cuz you can always say like, like, "Oh, I'm upset with you," or like, like, "No, I'm fine," like that classic the girl
yeah,
the things that guys
that's literally what I've been doing.
Yes.
Honestly, that's all I've been. I'm like, dude, I'm mad at you. Like, you know better to like than to do this type
See,
of shit.
but that
like,
puts it that's a different dynamic. When you say I'm mad at you, he can
Yeah,
in his head he can be like,
can
well,
see.
she's being irrational, or like I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
But once you say, hey,
I can definitely
I'm
see
not
that now.
happy. I'm not happy.
Mhm.
So like now it's absolutely on him. Like, oh, well, that's on you. It's like, okay, well, why would I say this? I'm going to be happy. So he's kind of forced to make an effort.
Damn.
Just
You
leave it
definitely
up for
made
him.
me see that in another way. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
'Cause
problem.
all right. Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Wish you the best of luck.
You too. Have
Bless
a good
your
day.
heart. Have a good one. She was great. I'm not happy is the scariest text you can get. That's like a last ditch effort. My first chat. Let's go. Love that. How do I get in the call? Had a mare last week with a girl. A nightmare? Is that? I've never heard it abbreviated.
Call from
Will.
Will, you sound sad. What can I do for you? Will!
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm just thinking.
What's up?
So there's this girl that I like,
Yeah.
and I have no idea if she likes me back.
Right?
So we're friends, and I'm just trying to think it through. I need advice, Father.
Yeah. Well, there's a million. Oh, wow. Thank you for the 500 bits, my guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in there. But with these kind of situations, there's two options. One, you go in blind and just take the shot, which I always say has like a 20% success rate just because you didn't read the room. But there's little things you can do. So it's not the big scary jump off. You can gradually walk into the pool, which is a bad analogy because you usually aren't supposed to do that. You're supposed to jump in. But you can gradually walk into the cold pool by reading the room. So flirt with her a little bit more than a friend. You know what I mean? So be like, wow, your makeup looks great today. Your hair looks great today. See how she responds. If she goes, oh, thanks, or oh, thanks, probably back off a little bit. But if if she takes it really well, big smile, gets a little bashful, there's a sign. You got a little bit more intel. Then you take little baby steps forward and forward and forward until you can create a huge profile on this, and then you can make your decision.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Father. I will take your advice.
I love that. Bless your heart, my son. Oh, goddamn. I got good energy today. Are we all noticing that? This is the most energy I've had on a stream in a while. I don't know why. Got a good night's sleep. Let's go.
call from
Ghost.
What is your name?
My name is Ghost.
How do you spell that?
Ghost.
Is that your legal name?
No.
Okay,
But
all
it's
right.
the name I prefer by.
Okay, that's fine. That's just a cool name, and I was like, either your parents are cool, or you made a good decision. But okay, go ahead.
So I have this friend. We've been friends for like about 3 years. I don't remember when we've been friends for. And I got feelings for them like a couple of years back. And I'm like, okay, they're not going to like me. So like I played it off and I lost feelings for them. And then, I kid you not, 2 months later, they're like, hey, I have feelings for you. And I'm like, oh. Right? And I didn't really want to be, like, a mean person to them. So I was like, okay, I kind of have feelings for you, but I don't know. So I told them that we could be together, maybe not. I just, like, have to, like, feel out my feelings for myself. You know?
Yeah.
And then I think a month later after I told them that, they started saying we were dating. And then
Wait,
And
no,
then-
no. Sorry, I got distracted by the sub. So they
No, sorry.
they just said you were dating.
yeah, they're all of a sudden they're like, we're dating, I love you and stuff like that. And it's been a while now since that happened, and they still think we're dating, and I don't know what to do. I've been thinking about breaking up with them, but I don't know.
Well, do you not want to date them?
I don't want to date them because I don't like them
Okay.
like that. I just like them as a friend.
And how long has this been going on for?
A while, like half a year.
Okay. All right. Well, you missed the exit a couple times. We're cruising down the
Yeah.
highway at this point. But, you gotta, the longer we stay in this, you're just going to hit a roadblock. You know what I mean? The highway ends at one point. So you missed a couple exits. Could have been easier, but you're doing no one any favors. You're wasting each other's time at this point. And it's going to have to rip the Band-Aid off, and you're just going to have to do it. And I wish I could give you better advice than that, but you knew that coming into this call. You just need to get prodded a little bit. But, they're great. They're a great person. That's fine. But you're just not, the puzzle pieces didn't fit. You don't like them in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to bring this up, but it is, they kind of manipulated the situation by just kind of saying that and jumping into it. And you didn't have the chutzpah to say, no, that's not what's happening. So I wouldn't feel too guilty about it, but it's also going to be a tough conversation. But we got to rip that Band-Aid off. It's going to be a lot better for everyone.
Okay, thank you. I think I needed someone to tell me that.
Yes, I knew going into. I could hear it in your voice. You're just waiting for someone to tell you that. So, kick down the door, and then politely shut it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bless your heart. Wish you the best of luck, Ghost.
All right, thank you. You too, Father. Have
Bye.
a great day.
You too. Let's go over everything people gave me while I was on that call. There was a lot of stuff. Reginald Destroyer. I would never put Reginald and the word Destroyer next to each other, but thank you for the gifted sub. And then right before that, Reginald gave another gifted sub. Thank you for that. And Yonder Gray with the 500 bits. Thank you so much. Hype train over. Let's go.
Call from
Cooper.
Gooper, you have a dog's name like me. What can I do for you?
Oh, hey. I have a story.
Awesome.
Okay. So, I like this girl in 6th grade. All right? Pretty cute, right?
Right.
I had nothing for her the entire year. All right? Didn't do anything. All right? We were meant friends for the entire year. All right? 7th grade rolls around. I don't see her the entire goddamn year. All right?
How's that possible?
I have no idea. We had the same schedule.
Oh,
for
right.
6th grade.
I went to a small school,
Yeah.
so we were all in the same
Yeah.
classroom. But yeah, you cannot see each other. All right, that makes sense.
Right. And then in 7th grade, I didn't see her for the entire goddamn year. So, there was a party for a little group that we were both in. We both went to it, and I hey, I'm just gonna call her Jeanette, whatever. I went, hey Jeanette, how you doing? She's like, hey, I really kind of want to be left alone. And I'm like, okay, leave her alone for a bit. All right. 8th grade rolls around. See her throughout the hallways. I say hi. She doesn't say anything. All right. I'm like, ooh, what happened here? And then 9th grade, I get my English class with her, and guess what?
What?
She's gay.
Well,
So that was fun.
should have picked up on that a little bit, pimp.
Yeah, it's not really. That's kind of. Yeah, that kind of.
Well,
That
listen,
was the thing.
it's genuinely one of the best ways to get rejected because there's nothing you could have done. There's when you get rejected by someone who just doesn't like you for you, way worse because you gotta look inside you and you feel really bad. Even though my mentality always is, you don't choose who you love and just didn't match up with that person. There's usually someone for everyone, even the most degenerate people. But in these situations, it's perfect because you didn't do anything wrong. They just have no attraction to your entire sex. So don't worry about it. You got to let those feelings fade though, because she's not on the table. But besides that,
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Cool runnings.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to share that with everyone else.
Well, yeah, that's happened to me when I was a kid too. That happened to me. There's this girl I should have known. She was like, first of all, I was like, you know how people get really tall in like 6th grade and then they stay that height forever?
Yeah.
I wasn't even that. Like I was growing at the same rate as everyone else, just less. So I've always been short. So I was like probably like 5'2" in 6th grade, and this girl was like 6 foot by that time. She was this basketball star, kind of like tomboyish. And I was in love with her for some reason, and everyone's like, like people knew, but they didn't want to out her, so they were just like, you should probably stop going after her. And I was just like, I don't know, she's really nice to me. I'm gonna try and date her. And then like, I Facebooked her like 3 years later, and then I was like, oh, she was gay. Okay, so it's just one of those things. It happens to everyone. Makes sense. All right, my guy.
All right, I'll see you.
Bless you. No, you won't. But
Thanks,
bless your
brother.
heart. Have a good one.
Uh-huh.
You ain't gonna see me. Voted fool. That's a wild name. Thank you for the sub. This music's got me feeling...
Back to the crazings of random calls, yay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back to the craziness of random calls. I don't know how to close this. Oh, shit. I just opened that guy's account. Oh, God. I'm not going to be able to read the chat now because this thing won't go away. Why won't it go away?
Call from
Triple D.
What's your name? Hello.
Hello, sir. Father?
Yes. Can you find a better microphone or something?
1 second. What's good, Father? It's been 2 days, you know?
Oh, shit.
A lot has changed.
Wait, I gotta pause this real quick. 1 second. I accidentally just timed out the kid who subbed me. I did not mean to do that. Things are going... I don't know how to fix that. Untime out. Okay, you're good. All right. 1 second.
Hello.
Since I know who you are,
Hello.
I'm gonna... Just give me 1 sec, because I gotta fucking figure out how to fix this. I gotta click away.
What?
Can I do this? Okay, that helps a little bit. Motherfucker. I just don't know how to get rid of this. It's like a glitch. It's killing me. Hold on. Scroll all the way up and I go down. Will that help? No, whatever. That's good enough. All right, go ahead. Are you the anime kid? Oh, God, did you hear that voice crack?
A lot of things changed. One of the things that hasn't changed is I'm still shirtless.
You're
Still shirtless at the gym.
Okay.
Regardless. So I got some big and maybe not good news, but big news. So you saw the brownies, right? Brownies I made.
Yes.
So I make those absolute amazing. I just had one for my baseball simple carb about 10 minutes ago when the stream started, and they were absolutely fantastic.
Love it.
So I get like the biggest, juiciest piece. Put it aside. Put it specifically in a separate bag for her because I knew I was going to offer it to her today. So I go to school, just relaxing. I see her in the hallway while I'm talking to my friend. Go up, say hi. Well, she comes up to me. And we talk for a bit. I'm like, oh, you want a brownie? I just gave a brownie to one of my friends. She says, no. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die now. But day goes on as usual. I just go around giving my friends the other brownies. Lunch comes around again. She comes with my other friends. And this time, something's different. I give my friend the brownie. I'm like, you want one now? It's lunchtime. What's it called? You might like it now. And she's like, oh, yeah, actually, I'll take one. I start to pull it out. I'm about to hand it to her. And she's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. When I sulked into the ground. I sulked, Father.
She didn't want your brownie. Whatever.
So, I specifically made them for her.
Okay.
I specifically spent 2 hours protecting them.
That's the thing. You're putting a lot of effort. And it's the same thing I always tell people. Making a plan to a point, and then when it doesn't go well, you oh, my God. Was that an explosion? No, it's thunder. Sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. There was a huge loud noise outside my window and police sirens, but it was a mix of thunder and cars going by. Anyways, you made a big plan, and it didn't go to plan, but I know you made the brownies for her, but there was no, it wasn't, You just gotta you're not making the moves you should. We're very past this. You gotta start these little food things. It's cute and it's awesome, but like just sit down. Start talking.
That's why I called you. I have decided that I'm going to stop pursuing this.
Oh, you're gonna stop pursuing this?
Yeah.
Why?
I realized that personally, there's no point for me doing this. Like, then like looking around, like exploring, and slowly realizing it's very likely that I'm Demi. So
You're Demi?
Like, I don't really. Yeah, from what I understand at least.
Does that mean you're? What does that mean?
So I don't really get romantic feelings for people like Matt. I require like knowing the person, getting a bond with them before I start to feel anything. And I slowly realized that I didn't really like her. I liked the idea of her, and I liked the idea that someone liked me.
But you don't actually want to date this person.
I don't know her well enough. Like, so Demi, the best way to describe it is the middle of asexual and being like normal. It's like the line in between.
Okay.
It's hard to get romantic feelings for someone, but it's not impossible. So I'd have to know her first. So like, I see no point in pursuing this further because it's been at this point, it's been like a month of me continuously pursuing her, dude.
Right.
Just very little progress has been made. At this point, it's not really worth it for me.
Okay. That absolutely makes sense. I mean, this is the time of your life where you're figuring out what you want and figuring out who you are. We've already made steps towards that. And also, when you get out of high school, like there's a lot of bullshit going around, but when life kind of slows down a little bit, in terms of, you'll have more time to focus on what you're actually looking for. If you don't want to chase around someone, like if you're figuring out that these aren't the things you want, don't feel bad about not doing that just because it's like what you see in movies that like, girl gets boy. What's that movie? What's that show? Boy meets girl, whatever. Like it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to worry too much about it. But whatever makes you happy, do that. If you're happy, be not pursuing these relationships because you really need something romantically going, that's going to be pretty hard to find in high school, at least unless you have like someone next to you the entire time. So don't feel bad about that. Live how you want to live.
Yeah, of course.
All right, my guy. Well,
1 second before I leave.
Yes.
I have something to tell everyone in chat. So, Biggie, the biggest flex you can have if you have man titties is being able to, what's called, flex your pecs. When you have man titties and you're able to flex them at will, having like these voluptuous breasts that are larger than most women, being able to flex them at will, it's a superpower.
Why did you feel like
it's absolutely amazing?
Why did you want to tell the chat that?
I have no idea.
All right, well, you have big, beautiful man titties, all right?
Thank you. I love you, Father. I've been practicing my hammer curls for you.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Bless your heart, child. Good golly. Smexy with the 5 subs. God damn, she shows up and she shows up hard. And the $5 donation tip. Thank you so much. Flex them man titties. All right, that was a good ending to that saga. What is he talking about? Is this dude okay? Yeah, he's just figuring himself out. Doing more than we all could.
Call from
Frank.
Hi, Frank. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Is your full name Franklin?
No.
Just Frank?
Everyone at school calls me that.
Oh, yeah. My brother's name is Dex, not Dexter, but everyone calls him Dexter to piss him off. But anyway, what can I do for you?
Well, I got a story about my friend.
All right.
So, he has dated quite a few people in our school. And he's dating this one girl who I can tell that he truly has a thing for. Like, he actually has feelings for her. So, they were in class. And they did some not very school-friendly things. And then he got suspended for a week.
All right.
Both of them did. And now he has to go to court.
Yeah. You might get on a certain type of list that ruins your life.
Yeah. Well, I can't go into much detail, but the charges are minor.
They're minor in terms of size or minor in terms of definition?
Minor in terms of size.
Okay. All right. Well, at least that's good.
Yep. And also, I just want to thank you for all your advice, because helped me and my girlfriend have a healthy relationship.
I appreciate that. I'm just curious, what advice has helped you?
Like being truthful about where you are in the relationship, that kind of stuff.
I mean, hey, I appreciate that, but it's shocking to me that people, I mean, I guess, how old are you?
14.
Okay, yeah. These are things that you probably wouldn't know. So I'm glad you heard that. Keep that tucked to your chest. Even in your family or best friends, just communicate where you're at, how you're feeling, because if you don't, no one knows. No one's a mind reader. But I appreciate you giving me that little ego boost, and I hope you keep it up, all right, my guy?
Yep.
All right. Bless your heart.
Yep. Thanks.
Have a good one. Don't fool around in school, you morons.
Call from
Ryan.
Ryan or Brian?
Ryan.
Ryan, what can I do for you?
R with an R. Hi, Father. I have like a problem, I guess.
Can I pause you real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Smexy Tater Tot, you're an insane person. Were you here for her call? Ryan?
No.
She is moving in with her ex in an apartment, and she just confirmed that she's doing it, and I just wanted to not ignore what she said. Good God. All right. You're in a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, so the girl asked me to prom over text. And, like, respectfully, she's not it.
Right.
So I, like, ghosted her, pretended not to know who she was, and not, like, recognize the number. Which, you know, looking back at it, probably wasn't the best idea.
Was not the best move? No, yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. So then she found out it was me, and then I told her that I couldn't go because my dog died. And then, so I'm digging myself a bigger hole here.
Yeah.
And then she brought me, like, brownies to my house, and then saw my dog not dead. So I said that the appointment to put my dog down got pushed back. And now she said she wanted to come for moral support or something. Which is all kind of a mess.
Put down the shovel, my guy. Stop digging. Holy hell. Listen, well, you're already in the lie. It would be weird if she did come. That's a family event, so you can easily walk away from that. But you're not going to prom at all?
Well, I want to go with, like, someone else, but then, like...
Yeah, no shit. But you already...
there.
Yeah, dummy. What?
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going to have to... If you're going to go to prom, you're going to have to break it down for her. You're going to have to tell her... You're going to have to come clean at one point, my guy.
Okay.
Or you just don't go to prom. Those are your two options. Because you're already going to hurt her feelings. You're already hurting her feelings. I'm sure she has some inkling that this is not legitimate. But if you go to prom and she sees you there, that's going to be devastating to her. So if you're going to go to prom, tell her, like, hey, listen, I just wasn't completely honest with you. Maybe you know, cushion it with a couple lies. My dog was sick or whatever, but I was just using that as an excuse. I wasn't interested in going with you. You have to be honest.
All right.
Okay. This is a mistake to learn from, because this would have been a lot easier if you just told her no. And you're being a nice person. You try to let her down easy, but it didn't work out, and you stuck with it. After the first attempt, you got to come clean.
Okay.
All right, my guy.
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
All right. I wish you the best of luck. This is a sticky situation.
All right, thank you, Father.
Bless your heart. Oh, boy. Could have just said he's gay. He's going to prom with someone else. Father, can you please share your best pickup line? Pickup lines don't really work. My favorite pickup line... Oh, fuck, I accidentally hung up. Oh, there you go. My favorite pickup line was, I know, but let me explain. So I'd walk up to them and be like, listen, I know, but let me explain. If I get a laugh out of them. Or I would just act shocked that we're both single. Walk up to them and be like, hey, is there any chance, this is a shot in the dark, are you single? They'd be like, yes. I'd be like, oh my God, what are the odds? I'm also single. We should do something about that.
Call from
Steve.
Steve, how you doing?
Oh, shit. I was not expected to get in here.
No one ever does.
Yeah, not that great. I'm not going to lie.
What can I do for you?
Well, okay, so I'm in kind of a weird situation. I've been long distance dating this girl for the last 4 months or so, and I'm from New York. She's from the UK. We met online, that kind of thing. And, she was great. Like, we had similar interests. We'd watch all the new, Marvel shows when they'd come out, all that stuff. And a few days ago, she sent me this big, 2-paragraph text about how she's not ready to commit to a relationship and how I guess she was never really attracted to me, and she was just using me as in a way to, escape from the shit that was going on in her life.
Jesus.
And I don't really know what to do.
Well, there's nothing...
This happened, this happened a few days ago, so it's really fresh.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can tell you're in the thick of it. All right, well listen, there's nothing you can do at this point, right? People come in and out. Yep. They either leave a present or a dump. This person left a dump. That's something you gotta clean up and walk away from. Put the Windex down and get the doggy spray. But at this moment, we're in the hurt page, or the hurt phase, I meant to say, where you feel betrayed, which is one of the worst feelings a human can feel, according to Dante's Inferno, and you feel stupid because you were watching a magic trick and you fell for it. You watched the dove fly out of the sleeve, but the magician was laughing at you because he knew it was behind his back the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, you feel stupid, and that's one of the worst things, especially when you get rejected publicly. It's good that this wasn't the case, but obviously you were kind of in deep on the situation, so it feels kind of the same way. But I always say this. She walked in and she stabbed you, right in the kidney. Now, you're not going to look at your kidney and say, why doesn't this feel better after a couple days? You're going to understand it has to take time to heal. What she did was emotionally stabbed you in the brain. Your brain's going to have time to heal. And you're probably going to stay away from knives for a little bit. So you're going to be gun shy is the term I like to use in terms of putting yourself back out there. Because now you feel, you're afraid it's going to happen again. And that's natural. So I want you to understand that all these things that are happening are natural. Don't feel like you're an idiot. But you got to, let these emotions out. I always say, cry it out. Don't feel bad about crying, because if you don't...
Oh, don't worry. I have them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good that you're doing that. It's good that we're at a point in history where men can cry and it's not, a big deal. But if you let that shit bottle up, that's how people, blow up trains or whatever the fuck. Like, you let that emotion out. Breathe it out. I always suggest, hanging out with the homies. If you don't have that, hanging out with people online or hanging out with family, focusing on making other people feel good will always come back in return. It's like one of the best things ever. Mm-hmm. It's like you make someone else laugh, you get in a rush, and then they'll try and make you laugh, or they'll try and make you feel good. So that's like what I always suggest. But right now, it's going to have to hurt. In my mother's words, it's going to have to hurt.
Yep.
But these things happen. You got stuck in a shitty situation with a shitty person. Like, that's gross that she used you like that, but understand that's 1 in 4 people. 1 in 4 people are bad people. Don't assume that the rest of the world's over.
Yeah, and man, I fucking excuse my language, but
no, you're good.
I sent her one of my hoodies, to her house because she said she wanted one, and it was one of my favorite hoodies too.
Oh, you dummy! You give the B tier hoodie. Yeah. You don't give the big hoodie.
I know.
God, that's a lesson you can learn at least out of this. Don't give
Yeah.
away the big hoodie.
So,
To all the girls in the
no,
chat,
I'm down.
don't expect the good hoodie. You get the hoodie that doesn't fit us anymore or has a bleach stain. It's all about smelling like us.
But like, I sent her two. I sent her one that didn't really fit me anymore, and one that I actually like wore. And,
You
like,
shouldn't have done
so
that.
you know.
You goober. You goober.
Yeah,
All right.
I know. I'm a big simp, and yeah.
Well, there's a different. Simping is when you don't have a girlfriend. When you do have a girlfriend, that's not simping.
True.
That's just being
That-
sweet.
That's true.
But also,
Yeah.
just a little anecdote. When I broke up with my first girlfriend in high school, I demanded. Luckily she didn't live across the pond, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
we were being toxic to each other, and I was just like, hey, put all my shit in a box on your deck because I'm going to grab it. Like, you're not keeping those hoodies. Those are my favorite hoodies.
Yeah.
And I learned. So, learning lesson. Sorry that happened to you, guy, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna feel like shit for a while, and I think you're only 3 days out, so you're still kind of in shock. It's probably gonna get a little worse by the end of the week, but you're gonna start bouncing back.
Yeah.
I promise you.
All right.
Just one of those things, my guy. I believe in you. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Bless your heart, my child.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too. You get the B hoodies. Got the Oakley hoodie. Yes. Yes, you did. Devnar, thank you for the 100. It's not, you can just share stories. It's if I started as stories. It says come call with your down bad stories.
Call from
Xavier.
Xavier, how you doing?
Hey. Okay. Wow. You don't know a father.
Does Xavier start with an X?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That's the only letter that you can just say the full letter and it's not weird. You know what I mean? Like if you put like Tucker, you don't say Tucker. I don't know. I just find that interesting.
Yeah, no, trust me, I get it. Everyone always asks me how to say my name, and that's actually the description I give.
Just say the letter. That just seems, I don't know. Seems like you're cheating a little bit. It should be EX. Anyways, go ahead. Tell your thing.
So really, I guess it's like an experience of just being down bad and then not being down bad anymore.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, for me, a lot of my time was I simped for a lot of girls and generally got nothing in return.
Right.
And then, so after high school and everything like that, I just did not have a social life. I did not have any way of meeting any girls or anything like that. So I just took to bettering myself. And I actually ended up losing 80 pounds. I'm actually in the best shape I've been in my entire life.
Oh, where'd you start? Where'd you start and where you're at?
I was, at my biggest, I was 320 pounds. Right now, I am 240.
Damn, bro. Congratulations. Stop being in the chat for that.
Thank you. I am actually really proud of that. And after high school, I talked to one girl that I had a thing for when I was in high school. And me and her talked for well over a year. And I was also in a situationship for well over a year.
With her or with someone else?
With her.
Okay.
It was one of those things where it just felt like every single time I would talk to her or anything like that, it was, well, I'm not really feeling it right now, but I still want to talk to you, I don't want to ruin the friendship, that kind of thing, but I still want to consider you my significant other, quote unquote. And it got to the point where I would spend literally hours of my day talking to this girl all the time. I would separate myself from everything else that I would be trying to do, and I would just talk to this girl. I would end up FaceTiming her I would get off of work, come home, and FaceTime her for the entire day, and then go to sleep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I always see, I see people walking around on I hate FaceTime. I fucking hate FaceTime. Because it's the worst part. I always tell people on dates, don't go to dinner, go play mini golf because there's something you can do or you can bounce off of. But people just stay on FaceTime and let it be quiet. I can't stand that. I use FaceTime when I got to call someone and I want to see the reaction about whatever I'm about to say. That's the only reason I use FaceTime. It's a good for long distance. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I just hate FaceTime. So it's insane that you're able to do that.
Yeah, no, you're entirely fine. But see, the thing about it was she did live a couple hours away when she was going to college, and then she would come home. But then the biggest issue was whenever I would have free time, I would never see this girl.
I'd be like, hey, you know, like, I've got nothing to do today. You're in town. You want to go out and do something? I'd offer to stay, stuff like that. And I would never see it. But then when it came down to her having stuff to do, it was always, oh, yeah, hey, you should come out and hang out with me and that stuff. And I would always be 100% more than down.
Yeah.
And it was as bad as it sounds. And then it eventually just got to the point where, like, I finally was talking with my friends about it, and, like, they heard about the stories and everything, and they're just sitting there and they're like, Xavier, you've been talking to this girl for over a month, for over a year, and you still haven't heard anything back from her about you guys being in a relationship. You need to tell her this, either this is happening or it's not, and drop her. And so after a couple weeks of them telling me this, I finally go and we have the conversation of what's going on or whatever. And it just kept being brought back to the point to where, well, I don't want to lose you guys as friends, da 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 da. And I kept being like, well, oh, you know, she kept saying everyone's like all the time, whenever she does finally like show her feelings for someone, they always leave. And I'm like, oh, I wouldn't do that. And then I would crumble and still talk to this girl.
Boo.
And so then this went on for a couple months before I finally just decided, you know what, no, this is not happening anymore. I need to be my own person and whatnot, because at this point in time I was still literally getting home from work, doing whatever I needed to do at home, and then I would FaceTime this girl for the entire day and then go to sleep. And I mean, like, this was almost a daily thing, or it was a daily thing.
Sorry, I'm drinking water. Yeah,
what?
Sorry, I was drinking water. There was a pause there. But in this situation, there's a couple examples I can use. But she was using you in the sense that she was getting girls and guys when they call in. I've had a lot. This is the first time I think a guy has been in this situation, because a girl calls, like, they call in, they're like, oh, like, we have sex and we hang out and he treats me like his girlfriend, but he won't date me. And I'm like, yeah, because he's getting the milk for free. Like, you're like, you're doing everything a relationship was. She just didn't have the commitment. So why would she date you? One of those situations, right? Like, yeah.
And yeah, no, like this is something that has been in the past now and everything like that. I have earned a lot more respect for myself and everything like that. At this point in time, I was still working on and everything like that, but I wasn't mentally at the point where I really felt like I should be dating. And, like, at the time, I obviously wanted to be dating, but now I look back and I'm like, I should not have been doing this.
Right? Yeah.
And so now I'm finally at the point where it's like mentally, physically, and everything. I'm at the peak of my life right now, and I'm like, I really want someone that I want to share this with. And now the issue is that I have zero girls that I
zero prospects.
I have zero girls that I'm attracted to. I've gone out and tried talking to people. I've had friends introduce me to people, and it seems like every single time there's always just something. I'm genuinely, my friends have taken to say I have the worst luck out of my friend group when it comes to girls, and it's not like I'm a terrible person or anything like that. It's always just something.
Yeah, I don't believe in, like, whenever you tell, like, the classic thing where you go home from Thanksgiving, you're like, oh, you haven't found a girl yet. Oh, you're too picky. And you're like, okay, Grandpa, you settled down. Like, you picked someone that you weren't too proud of and too happy of, and just to keep up appearances. Like, that is not, I don't believe in that game plan. I'd rather die alone than have someone that I'm not that into next to me in the grave. So it's one of those things, especially, where are you at? Are you in a small town?
It's kind of small, kind of big town.
Are you near a metropolitan area by any chance?
I'm going to be entirely honest with you here. I could not explain to you what a metropolitan area is.
A city.
Oh, yeah, no. It's a big, there's quite a few, like, high schools here or whatever. But, I mean, like, if you're comparing it to Chicago, no, it's not like that.
Well, not even Chicago. I don't want to dox you in terms of, like, I don't want you to say what state you're in or whatever. But I would say at least you're at a high school or whatever. Give city living a try just a little bit. Maybe find, like, a friend who's, a past person that you can try to, like, click up with in a city. But just being in a place where you can just, one, reinvent yourself, and two, just find a bunch of new people. It's like we're a virus, humanity. So we all bunch up in certain areas where the infection's hot. So go where the infection's hot. Try and mingle. Like, it's you feel like you're kind of stuck because, you're you see new people, but you don't have that much chance to, you don't want to get stuck in that town and just having to meet the same people over and over again, then you end up settling. I always, just maybe for a year, it might not be your bag of, what the hell am I looking for? I don't know. I was going to use a word that I couldn't think of, but it's not your bag. Like, it might not work for you, but it's worth trying just to meet new people or move to a new town or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I actually have a job offer in a place I have a job offer in Philly.
Do it.
And they're offering my relocation and everything like that. The only issue is I'm not sure if I'm going to like the job.
Well, then you can move. If you don't like a job, I've worked so many jobs that I don't like, you can do it for a year. And when the lease is up, go back home. But it's definitely worth trying. Just, what are you going to, the rest of your life, you're going to live in the same spot? Go out there, man.
But see, that's the thing. I don't want to, but I have a plan to move, and it's just not going to be for another couple of years.
Say it again. Sorry, I got a sub. Say it again.
Oh, I have a plan to move out of my town. It's just not going to happen for another couple of years.
Okay, that's fine. As long as, you adventure out. Like, that was the best thing I could have done. I see homies that stay in the same town, and it's just nothing against people who stay in the same town. Sometimes it works out, but they just, you get locked in. You get stuck with the people that you went to high school with, and can be good, but it also can be bad. So if you're sinking, might as well start swimming,
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair, but
all right. Yeah. I don't remember how this conversation started. What was it? Oh, yeah, you were in deep for a girl. All right, well, I'm glad you came to your senses. A thing I wanted to mention before you go was it's very impressive to me that you came to your own conclusion and walked away. Usually there's something that's a catalyst in that situation in terms of they do something shitty or you just, you make your final ultimatum. It doesn't work out. So coming to that decision yourself, that's very impressive to me. You have self-worth, which is great. Now apply that to the rest of your life. All right, my guy?
All right. Thank you, Father.
Bless your heart.
All right.
The Victim Gamer with the gifted sub, and Danger Dude with 1,000 bits, which is $10, I believe. Thank you. And Dev Nerd with 100 bits. Yeah, not the good hoodie. I already said thank you to that. Don't feel bad about giving me a sub. I just couldn't hear it.
Call from
Andrew.
Andrew, you called in last time, didn't you?
Yes, and I got a new thing to talk to you about that I like. It's like really important.
Okay.
Really, really, really important. So basically, like, preparing for prom, she mentioned that, like, she's still looking for jewelry and shoes, and she's on, like, all this pressure and everything. And I was, like, at the mall, like, returning some stuff, running errands, and I was like, oh, I should probably get her, like, a piece of jewelry, even if she doesn't wear it for prom, like, just as, like, a gift, maybe, like, a memorable thing for prom, or, like, whatever she wants to do with it. And so her birth month is August, which is like this like peridot green thing. So I bought a necklace, which you can see in like the memes chat in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone's telling, or like a lot of people, not everybody. That's the thing. Is like I need more opinions. Is that a lot of people are telling me it's too big of a gesture, it's too rushed. Other people are telling me that like it's all up to like how long we've been together, or like whether or not we've like kissed or like made moves like that. So, like, to me, I'm more than comfortable doing it. Like, to me, I did it with really not that much hesitation. Like, I kind of just, like, it was fine with me. Like, it was within a budget. I got a really, really, really good deal on it.
How much was it?
And, like, I'm fine to give it to her. What'd you say?
How much was it?
It's worth, like, $640, but I bought it for, like, less than $300.
Okay.
And it's like a peridot, like a green gemstone, and then it has like diamonds around it, and then it's on a 14-karat gold chain. There's a picture in Discord.
Okay.
And like I was more than fine spending that. I don't spend money really on like except like fast food, maybe like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Or I like got this like bet from my dad. I won like $2,500 in, and he like gave it to me like a few days before. So like I'm kind of like I have a job and everything. Like I work, and so I was like comfortable spending it. Like I kind of did it without really that much hesitation. Mm-hmm. It's just that like. Now everyone's telling me that, like, from, like, obviously there's two people in a relationship, and Bobby was telling me, like, even though it may be fine on my end, like, I still need to consider her feelings. But it's really difficult for me to do that because I can't read her mind.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would say that we've been, quote-unquote, dating for, like 2.5, maybe 3 months now, even though, like, I haven't made anything to, like, do it official. Like, I haven't I've made a move. Like we were doing all this like cute shit while ice skating, but the problem was like obviously having kissed, haven't said anything officially. Like we're still vibing. Like we did all these like FaceTime stuff. Like it was super cute late at night. Like we're talking about like all of this cute stuff, and like she sends video snaps and everything, and like she's like I could tell she's like invested in me with like recent, like today I just bought a car actually, and she's like asking all these questions about it, and I was like really surprised. Like I didn't think she would care that much. Like she'd be like, oh wow, that's so cool, and then like that's it. But then she asked me, oh, what year is it, how many miles is it, what color are the rims, blah blah blah. So like I'm fine to like buy her this necklace. Like I've already bought it, and I'm just like waiting to give it to her. Some people are saying to just wait on it, give it another time, but like she has spent a lot of time and like money and effort into prom. She's been preparing for about like a month and a half to 2 months before it now. Like she's bought like 8 or 9 different dresses that she's been trying on, and everything. And so she's like putting all this effort forward, and I'm just reusing some suit that I have from like my cousin's wedding last year.
Right.
So I feel like I like, I feel like she deserves it. She just like, that's what I feel like. I'm more than happy to get it. I already have it. Like, it's just, I don't want to rush her. And like, maybe I could like talk to her about it, sort of like maybe ask her if she'd appreciate it, or if it's too much. Like I kind of told her that I want to buy her a necklace, and I don't think she knows how much I spent on it or anything like that. Like, and she was like, oh yeah, like she's like, no, please don't think that you have to get me anything, and like, but I really like, I probably love it, something like that is what she told me. And so like she might just be trying to be nice, like maybe it is a little rushed. So I don't know. I haven't told her that I bought it, nor have I showed her a picture or anything like that. So I'm just like wondering what you think, like how I should go about this.
All right, I'm trying to get my notes in my head. So first off, your love language is gift giving, which is fine. I have the same love language. I love giving people gifts. Okay. Makes me feel good, and you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. That being said, it is a little early in terms of like if you give someone a gift like this, one, you're starting high, right? So we're already like now the anniversary comes around, and you're like, well, you gave this $300 necklace for prom, so you gotta, you don't want to. It sounds shitty, but you don't want to start high. You know what I mean? Then you have to keep building and building to make it special. So there's that. Okay. 2, once you put something on a relationship like that, in terms of a little quickly giving them the $300 necklace, it kind of makes it so if there were any doubts or whatever, I'm not saying there are, and I'm not saying there will be. But it becomes a thing where it's like, now I feel bad. Like I've dated someone in the past who would like do like we were just in the talking phase, and they would do so much for me, but then they would it would get a little tenuous, and it would kind of come up, but not really. Where it's like, well, I've done so much for you, or like she has done so much for me, like I feel bad about it. It just becomes this guilt thing, which is not healthy. It's a not very healthy way to do it.
That's why I'm like considering, like today I'm actually going out with her in like 2 hours. So I was planning either to kiss her now or just like straight up ask her to be my girlfriend, and then like I give it to her like day of prom, like or like the day we.
I just don't think I don't think prom is the I don't think that's the right move. I think you should save it for like an anniversary gift or something, like a big gesture.
Okay, because I was considering that too. It's just that I feel like prom is bigger than an anniversary, so I feel like it blends better, especially with something like. See it like seemingly to everyone else so big as this, even though to me it's not that big a deal. Like
anniversary is big in terms of an event. Prom is big in terms of event. Anniversaries are big in terms of the relationship.
Right. Okay.
This is a night you're sharing. An anniversary is like, we made it this far, and you want to celebrate that. So it's different in that sense. I would suggest if you want to get her something like a little less of a big gesture on prom, I think that'd be great. Like a little memorial thing, maybe like, her name etched. I don't know, whatever corny gift you can find on the Instagram shop that they're always pushing. But something like that. But for this big thing, like I said, you don't want to. That is a lot of pressure when you give someone something that big, and you don't want to, let this. You don't want to
like
T-bone it.
I'm considering to downplay it too, as well. Like not directly tell her that it's diamonds and gold. I'd say like, oh yeah, it's the gemstone of your birth month. Like, I just like.
Well, that's
I know,
fine.
Like prom seemingly so special to you. Like, I just wanted to give you something to remember it by. Like, it's not that big a deal.
That's fine if you want to downplay it, but at that point, why did you spend so much money on something you want to downplay?
Because like really tiny and just did not look that nice, to be honest. Like she has this like really really nice prom dress, and then she's gonna get it like all fitted and tailored and trimmed and everything. Like I feel like I don't want to buy her some like kind of crappy like $30 necklace, and then she wears like this like amazingly beautiful dress. So I kind of like I wanted to go bigger so it would like sort of match it. And also I wasn't really planning to go maybe $300. I was maybe gonna go like up to $200, but I just got such a good deal on it, like literally like real diamonds, real gold, and like a really nicely shaped stone. And it was like really cut. It was really pure. The other ones had like air bubbles in them. That I just feel like I like it was a really good deal and it made it worth it, even though it's like $300. But I don't want to tell her that. Even if she begs me to tell her how much it costs, I don't plan to like.
Okay. Well,
at all.
I've given you what my mentality is on this. You can you said the downplay I guess is fine. It's just that's
you think that's fine?
Yeah, I think it's if you don't make a big deal out of it and just give her this necklace, to me as a frugal man that makes me go insane just because if I spend money on someone I want them to fucking know. But if you want to downplay it, like it's just like a nice gesture, a nice necklace, that's fine. You don't have to break down that it's real diamonds and real gold or anything like that. But
I want to mention it maybe after, just so she doesn't like lose it or anything.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Be like, hey, by the way, like that was a really good deal. But yeah.
Mhm. And so, like the price wasn't really mattered to me. It was mainly just the gemstone like of her birth month that like I wanted it to be like that's like the sentimental part of it.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of what it was gonna be. It's just literally a gift, right? On prom, almost like I see it as like a birthday gift. Like I want to give it to her like a birthday gift, but like on prom because it's like a special night, I guess. You know, something to remember it by. That's what I want to say. I want to be like, you know, like I could tell like prom is like so like really special to you. I just want to give you something to remember it by.
Right.
Blah blah blah. Something like that, right?
Yeah. So as long as it's not just as long as it's casual, it's fine. You just don't want to scare her away.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I want it to be. That's exactly what I want it to be. But and then like I want to know what like more people's opinion too, because other people are saying like it's too rushed. It'll make her feel too pressured, too obligated. Even though like I downplay it, it still might be too much.
Well, if it's just a necklace, then it's not. You know, it's a cute gesture. But if it's gold and diamonds, and she's aware of that, then it's too big. And then if you explain it afterwards, what's 8 hours to the difference in the sense that that's still an issue in terms of too much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at.
I mean, when it started like getting bigger and like looking nicer, they didn't have options without gold or diamonds. And even then, the gold or diamonds, I don't think are worth most of it. It's mainly the gemstone in the middle, I think.
Still, I mean that's talking in circles. That's the point where it's just like it's a lot. So that's the problem.
Or like I don't want to see like I was telling someone that it's not a lot to me. Like I was fine with it, and they're like, oh, like you sound like pretty stuck up. But
even then, that's what I'm saying. Like it might not be a lot to you, but it's a lot. It comes down to the opinion of people, and if she thinks it's a lot, that's a lot of pressure.
Should I mention that it's not that big a deal to me? Like, would that help? Because like I feel like it all depends on the person, right? Like even something $20, it might be like a lot for one person, the other person may not realize. So like I feel like it's up to the communication part to clear up how big of a deal it is. That's why like when a lot of people are telling me like it's too big of a gesture, I feel like I want to communicate that it isn't.
Well, then when you do that, it ruins it in another way because that it's like it's whatever, which makes it a smaller thing.
I feel like I could downplay it enough. Obviously not too little, you know what I mean? Like I still want it to be sweet and pretty and everything, and like I wanted to go, oh, thank you so much, but like not have her be like crazy freaking out, like shy and feel obligated, pressured.
I mean, yeah.
Stuff like that.
I mean, listen, we're just talking in circles at this point. We're at a point where it's do what you're gonna do. I gave you the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay.
All right, my guy.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah. Bless your heart.
Thank you. You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's so much money. Good for him for not being worried about that. I haven't spent that much anything on besides my VR. And I still regret that. I don't play VR at all anymore. Tater tot, that might be exactly.
Call from
Chris.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Oh, hello.
What can I do for you?
I guess I have so I need some advice, Father.
All right. What can I do?
Sorry, I'm just nervous. I wasn't expecting for you to pick up.
You're good.
Anyway, so I guess start with I was planning on asking out a girl,
Right.
but it's not like some like rando or like someone from like a work or something or like school. I've like our families have known each other for a very long time, pretty much since we were kids or whatever. And she's like, I think she just turned 19. I'm 21 at the moment, so I guess that's like something that I've been thinking about is like age, but
I think that's that's fine. That's, in my opinion. Some people might say otherwise, but I think that's, a year or two after that it gets a little dicey, but you're relatively the same person at those two ages.
Okay. All right.
You're in my opinion, you're both still stupid. No, I'm only 24, but like, you're still drinking. You just turned 21. You know what I mean? Like this, you're still both college age, even though you're not in college. Like this is when you're popping off. So I think it's relatively, you're both going through the same shit at the same time.
All right, cool. So the other thing is, I guess I've kind of been figuring out whether or not I want to, like, how I want to, like, ask her out, right? So
Right.
I don't know, like, the public opinion on, like, doing it, like, is over the phone still good? Is that, like, or is that bad? Or,
Well, what do you mean by
in person
ask
better?
them out? Like to go somewhere or like to be your girlfriend?
Maybe go somewhere. That's kind of what I've been thinking would be better to, like, because usually when we hang out, it's usually like when like families are together and it's like big gatherings, like a birthday or a party or something.
I think over the phone, either texting or calling that's not that big of a deal anymore. To ask someone like, hey, we should go out, I think it's absolutely fine. I suggest not texting because I always say a screenshot can ruin a man's life. I'm not saying she's an awful person and you're an awful person, but like, that's always my advice, just because someone can screenshot it and send it to her friend like, oh my God. So I always say do it over the phone. It's a nicer gesture that way too. But asking someone out, do it however you want in terms of over the phone or in person. In person's even kind of a little weirder just because like you find them or get them in a place just to ask them to go somewhere else at another date. It's just a little dance that you're doing. So if you have her contact, do it over the phone.
I've also done it in person and it didn't end well. So I mean, I guess
you're a little gun shy. Yeah. I mean,
maybe a little bit, but I guess the in-person thing was, it felt like it would be hard to get them somewhere because like all the people like in the family are always like, why don't you guys just like get together or do this or whatever? And I've always just kind of brushed it off like, haha, that's funny, good one. So I feel like in person would be kind of hard because I don't necessarily want all them knowing at the start.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it probably, because at the same time I also don't know if it's like, if like we're just close because we've known each other, or if it's like if it could be something else, I guess.
You won't know until you try.
That is true.
And if it goes south, it goes south. But there's a million reasons not to do something. Every time. There's always a million reasons. There's a million reasons not to get in the gym. There's a million reasons not to go after that girl. A million reasons not to pick up that dollar off the ground. Just fucking do it. It's worth it. Because otherwise you'll be sitting there and thinking, what could have happened,
Yeah, that's something I've kind of been struggling with a lot. Is just not doing stuff because I just get in my own head.
Life is such a crazy experience if you make it. And if you get in your own head, people who live in their own head die in their own head. If you walk around and you make an effort, like the other day, I just lied to a barista. Just because I've that little bit of a tangent. But like I went to get coffee and, we're talking and she was like, how's it going? I'm like, oh, my dad just got this new job. She's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, he just got out of clown college. He's working with Barnum and Bailey. She's like, no way. I was like, yeah, my dad's an IT guy. He's had the same job for like 30 years. But I was, I was like, fuck it. Let's do it. It's like making these small decisions or these big decisions because you want to. Just fucking go for it. Life gets a lot more interesting. And it's gonna, like, that lady should have said, go fuck yourself. You're lying. But she didn't, because whatever. Things can go wrong, but do the things. Go have fun. Make a difference. This might go poorly. Who gives a shit? You walk away. It's 2 years later. You're a new person.
Well, if it goes poorly, then I was worried about, like...
Yeah, family.
I've had it be weird, and then, like, they find out, and then it's even weirder, and then...
But
like, I don't know if I want to ruin a relationship, especially that close. That's why this one seems like tougher than usual.
Listen, ruining a relationship, that sucks. But like I said, you get a new girl, and then you have to hang out with this girl all the time, the one that you were in love with, or at least have strong feelings for, sitting there across from her, unresolved feelings. It might get weird for a little bit, but the family might make it weird or whatever the fuck. But they all kind of want it to happen anyways. If it doesn't work out, then they're like, oh shit, all right, didn't work out. We thought it would. People, especially at a certain age, you all start to understand that, shit happens. It's not like you're a loser because it didn't work out and everyone's making fun of you, pointing fingers. It just didn't happen.
All right.
Also, little thing I want to say before you go. The 10-year theory, have you heard of that?
No.
So some college, I don't know. It was a headline article that I read the first paragraph on. But some college did a study where they asked 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and 60-year-olds 2 questions. They said, "Are you done learning? And are you done learning? And are you the person you're going to be forever?" And they all said yes. And they said, "Are you the same person you were 10 years ago?" And they all said, "Absolutely not." So it's one of those things where you think you're done. You think like you make this mistake now and it's forever. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, these things aren't going to matter anymore. If this doesn't work out, it's not going to matter. You're still going to be friends with this person. Might be a little awkward for like 2 years, which seems so long because I don't know how old you are, but that's a good percentage of your life. But when you're 30, when you're 25, when you're 27, it's so far in the past. There's people I fucked up with that I don't even remember anymore. Or people that are still in my life that we used to date that I fucked up or they fucked up, and we're still friends. It's barely even an aspect of our relationship. You have to have foresight, and you also have to do shit now. Those are the 2 things you got to combine to have a happy, full life.
Sounds good.
All right, my guy?
All right.
Go get it, all right?
I will try for you, Father.
Appreciate it. Bless your heart. Everyone raise your hands and close your eyes. We're going to say a prayer. No nome del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amen. Shut up! Doing a fucking prayer! Pause it.
Call from
Kelvin.
Kelvin? Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a little laggy right now. Sorry. Is your mic away from your face? Or is it just my data?
Huh?
Never mind. Alright, you're good now. Hello, this is Calvin.
Yeah.
I promise I'm not going to take 20 minutes to stream this time.
Right.
I just wanted to give an update. So last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember when, I called in about the girl in my gym class. I literally haven't talked to her since then. Because just our gym classes haven't been together until today. Barely talked to her, but on another note, I don't lift much, but in gym we hit the weight room today, and I hit 2 PRs because I've never bench pressed before. I bench pressed 100 today.
Nice.
And I got my deadlift up to 235, so that was pretty happy about that.
Nice.
And pretty sure I saw her staring like a couple times, so like that kind of boosted my ego, so that was nice. And then what else? I just wanted to update y'all. I'm still in my house, sadly. I'll be out. I'm gonna try to take your advice. I'm gonna try to cut it off. Hopefully within a month I found another place. $800 to move in, $500 a month, so that's nice.
Yeah. And that's
that's
a security
about it.
deposit, right?
Yeah, security deposit $300, $500 per month, so $800 to move in.
So yeah, and I mean, you're gonna get that money back if you're not an idiot. So
yeah,
there you go.
So
Chad should be happy
yeah.
for that. We were all super stoked on you leaving that shithole. So glad you're moving up on that. Glad we convinced you to do that, and I wish you the best of luck, my guy.
Yeah, and I'm in Minnesota to answer chat.
Minnesota, right? Yeah. I think No,
it's one day, 70 the next day.
It's a nightmare. But yeah, 100%. W's in the chat. All right, my guy.
All right.
Have a good one.
Bye, Father.
Bye-bye. 1 second. I got to put this on pause real quick because there's something sticking in my chair and it's killing me. What the fuck? One second. There we go. Now my chair's fucked up. God damn it. There we go. Okay. This church is gorgeous. Thank you. How come we don't get that church? We get the plain church. What the fuck you talking about?
Call from
Ray.
Ray, how we doing?
I am doing pretty freaking good. How about you?
Good. Who is this? We've talked before.
My mom came into the room.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that story where girl said she wasn't ready for a relationship. Yet she got in one like not even a week later.
But then that girl kissed you.
No, that one was a different girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then another girl. Then you got into a relationship with another girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an update to that first one.
All right.
That happened like 2 months ago. So after school today, and I'm walking through the cafeteria towards the band room so I can get a ride home. I ended up not getting that ride home, by the way. And I passed by her. We are both by ourselves, and we just pass by each other and look ourselves in the eyes. It's pretty awkward, and then we just pass each other. I think nothing of it until I get a text like 15 minutes later with her saying, you don't have to be so awkward in the halls. I mean, unless if you're just angry with me, which in that case I understand, which if that's also the case, you can just ignore this entirely. I do miss talking to you, but it's all right. Have a good rest of your day. I stopped walking because of how caught off guard I was by that.
Right.
Didn't expect her to still even care about me. And I kind of lied. I said that I wasn't angry at her, which is a little bit of a lie. I kind of still was. And then I asked, why do you think I would be mad at you? And she said, I did hurt you. I know we talked about it and everything, but you still have the right to be mad. You have the right to feel however it is you want to feel. I made a dick move. You could still be angry about it, and I would understand because it's valid. Let me tell you, when that was the first time I have heard her or seen her take accountability for her own actions, like, since we got into a fucking relationship.
Right.
So, I'm not even joking here when a smile crawled across my face and I nearly, like, skipped home.
That does feel good, yeah.
Like, I was so happy after seeing that, and I was like, it felt like a giant weight has just been lifted off of my chest that I have had on my chest for the last 2 months.
Because she took responsibility for what she did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. I hope it's not, like, there's reasons why someone would do that, because, she felt so guilty about it, and she just wanted to, there's one half of it is the reason, like, she just felt bad and she wanted to let you know that. Second half is, like, she made mistakes, and this is her, like, dealing with the fact that those mistakes, like, she's trying to, she made her mistakes. So I'm just saying, don't let her back into her life in the sense that like she becomes more of your life. Don't let that happen, because this could be like a manipulation tactic in the sense that she's just trying to worm her way back in, because she feels so guilty and she like likes what was happening before. So by saying this, it might not be genuine. She just wants to get back into your life. I'm hoping that's not the case, and I'm probably assuming it's not the case. I just want to warn you, don't let her, squeeze back into your life she made her mistakes. She burnt you. Like that, her apologizing is not a way to be like, okay, we're good now. Her apologizing is to say like, okay, good. I'm glad we're on this level, but don't let things build up again, because people like that'd be her getting away scot-free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
But I'm super glad this happened for you. This is fantastic. I'm just giving you a word of warning. But that's win. That's win. That's W. That's exactly what everyone who's been burnt wants to hear out of the person who burnt them. And the fact that she was like, you don't have to respond to this at all. I wouldn't have. Or like you said, you lied a little bit and said that's another option. But just like, yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I thought, motherfucker. All that shit you gave me all that time. Like, woo! That's a rush. So I'm glad that happened to you, my guy.
Yeah, because I've been avoiding her, and it's just like for the past 2 months, I've been like, anytime I would see her, just a rush of fuck this person has just crawled over my body. But now it's just like, I'm done with that shit. That chapter of my life, just put down the fucking pen, throw the book out the window.
Well, dude, I'm so glad to hear that. How's the new relationship going? Good?
It is going pretty freaking good. Of course, I did find something about her. Remember that story I told you when her previous boyfriend broke up with her?
Yeah.
And how all that happened? That was about 6+ months ago, and she is still very, very, very angry at him.
Well, weren't you very, very angry at her? The person who burnt you too?
Yes.
Okay, well, there's a little bit of understanding
I'm
there.
aware of that, and I know it sounds like I'm being a gigantic fucking hypocrite here. But the difference is that she literally went around and told his friends that, oh, Trevor is a narcissist, he's a sociopath, he's a psychopath, he's a crazy person, he sucks as a human. I didn't spread any of that. I just wallowed in my own anger, and I didn't really give a shit beyond that.
Different ways with handling it, yeah.
And she has still been going around for like these past 6 months, and it's like, okay, Lila, I get it. I literally am in this situation. Well, not anymore. But at the time, I would have said, yeah, I am in this situation, but like, you need to cool it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I haven't told her that, but part of me really wants to, because it is taking a toll on both her and Trevor, as a matter of fact.
And
I'm friends with him.
And you too. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just letting hate, the Palpatine, let the hate flow through you. One of those fucking things where it's just like, yeah, it's to a point, it's understandable, but it bleeds into other aspects of your life. So you just got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
There's no real advice I can give to that other than kind of break it down for her. Like, hey, like it's a lot, and it's in the past, and I'm not saying, be happy about it and get over it, but I'm just saying, it's taking a draw on me. Maybe communicate that in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But besides that, happy for you, my guy. Good update. Also, fuck that other person. All right?
Fully agree with that. Still, yeah.
All right. Bless your heart, my son.
Bless you.
Bye. This music gets me so good. Does the stream need a dog? No. Stop it. Gross. Toss a sub to your father on Twitch is a plenty. Oh, Twitch is a plenty. Oh, are you the fucking bard? I forgot.
Call from
Nicholas.
Nicholas, how we doing?
Hey, just watching the Twitch stream right now.
Yeah. Can I do for you?
Well, I got something that's been on my test, and I've told a few people, but not a lot. So, as you know, or not as you know. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous.
You're good.
I'm down bad for this girl, right?
Right.
And I talked to her, like, and I, like, confessed, right? Because that's the healthy thing to do, just to get off your chest and, like, you know, let it be free, right?
Right.
Well, I told her this, and she was like, well, which, by the way, she is in a relationship, and I said, hey, sorry, it's okay if you want to block me after that, I get it. But, like, after that, she was like, probably not the best situation to ask me that, and I was like, completely fair, and, I'm trying to think. Also,
You're cutting out, my guy.
oh, sorry. I'm like in the boonies in Tennessee, so.
You're good. Say it again.
So, like, I talked to her, and we talk, like, all the time at nighttime, and she was like, I'm in a current relationship, and also after I'm done with this, I need to take time for myself, and that's okay. And I was in New York at the time, because I traveled for my job.
Mm-hmm.
I get back home, I talked to her, and I was like, hey, we should go hang out. If you don't feel comfortable with us hanging out, let's not. She said, no, that's great. She picked me up. We went out bowling and went out for Olive Garden, and I went to her concert, and then we had ice cream. After that, I told my friends, and they were like, hey, yo, she probably has feelings for you. And I'm trying to, like, kind of deny that because I'm kind of in the mind space of, like, probably don't need to be in a relationship and probably don't need to put myself through that because it would just be nothing but drama.
Yeah, she's still in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not, my guy. That's the move. Do not fucking do that. No good relationship starts by breaking someone else up. Never, ever. That's never, ever the move.
Yeah. And I know it seems like a piece of crap thing, but I just need, like, because I kind of gave me some choices. Either I just be friends with her and, like, that's it. But I will, like, have to know that I still have feelings for her. Or I kind of just explain it to her saying, hey, like, I have feelings for you, and that's not good because you're in a relationship and, like, there needs to be, like, some distance so I can, like, get over you.
I mean, that's not where I thought that was going. That's a reasonable, I mean, if you want to let the feelings fade, I have no problem in doing that. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Is like I say, like, you're not going to get over something staring at it all day. That's an issue. I mean, you could be the guy best friend, sit around and wait and hope it comes your way. But other than that, if you don't want to be that, you're going to have to skedaddle. You're going to have to give the situation some space until she's either single or ready for something else.
Okay.
That's my advice to you. I mean, I always say that thing that my teacher told me in high school, like, if you're a married man and you're interested in a woman, there's no secret trick where you read a book and hit yourself on the hand. You have to walk away from the situation. You have to let feelings fade by separating yourself from the feelings. So I don't think that's a bad idea at all, personally.
All right.
All right?
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem, my son. Have a good one.
You too.
I thought he was going to say, it's like, or I confess all my feelings to her, and I was like, no, don't do that. All right. We're going to do a raid. We're going to do... Oh, no, stop. I don't want to hear it. Stop. All right. It's time for a raid. I love this music. I'm actually really into this music. It gets me hype. All right, finish the prayer, right. Put your hands up. Children. Close your eyes. All praise to the Most Holy. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Bless us, O Lord. Bring us bountiful gifts, for it is Friday, and we wish nothing but love and forgiveness for our down bad sins. As we continue on the path to righteousness, let it be known that we only want to do right against those who wrong us, and to wrong those who just generally fucking suck. We can only do so much. In your name we pray. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Should I write prayers? And with that prayer, I send you on to the weekend. Treat this next person with respect. Last time we rated a streamer, someone said they were hot. Don't do that. Just be a normal person.